In this video, I wanted to show you what would happen if we now have some variables involved in our Pythagorean theorem. So it states here that I should find the side length of the following triangles. Now, it's saying that the short leg is x, so I'm going to label that with x, and the long leg is 2 units longer than the short leg. So that just means that it would be x plus 2. And then the hypotenuse is 4 units longer than the short leg. So that means the hypotenuse is x plus 4. But I still don't really know what the actual number of my x is, nor do I know what each of the lengths really are. So what I can do here is I'm going to plug this all into my Pythagorean theorem. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared, which we learned in our previous video. So now I'm going to plug in my 2 legs. My right angle is here, so I know that these are my 2 legs. So I'm going to write x squared plus x plus 2 squared equals x plus 4 squared. Now, we have done lots of quadratics this year so far already, so we know that when I have x plus 2, this is going to take me to multiplying binomials. So I can write this out by writing x squared plus x plus 2 times x plus 2 equals x plus 4 times x plus 4. We called it multiplying binomials. Some of you called it FOIL. Really, whatever you call it, you know that the strategies are as followed. So we have to now multiply these. And I'm just drawing these arrows right here to help me solve this. To continue to simplify, so I would not forget about that x squared right here. So x squared plus, and here I have x squared plus 2x, and then another 2x plus 4 from here equals x squared plus 4x from here plus another 4x from down here now plus 16. So now I simplify, and I'm going to use a different color. So I can simplify and put these together, I can put these together, and I can also put these together. So then when I continue, I'm going to get 2x squared plus 4x plus 4 equals x squared plus 8x plus 16. Now that looks like a lot of variables, lots of numbers, but honestly, it's super simple. We just continue to simplify and use all the steps that we have taken so far. Now remember, to solve for x, what do I have to do? I'm going to try to factor first, right? So that means I'm going to have this equal to 0. Now to do that, I'm going to have to take this whole function onto this side. So I'm going to have to subtract it on both sides. So if I subtract this, I'm going to start using a different color. I'm going to subtract negative x squared, negative 8x, or minus 8x, minus 16. Same thing on this side. Negative x squared, minus 8x, minus 16. So on this side, it all cancels out, right? And I'm going to have that 0 on this side. On this side, I am going to have x squared negative 4x and a negative 12. That looks like we can probably factor this. So let's see if I can do this. I'm going to have to add something to get to negative 4, but multiply to get to negative 12. Well, two factors that can do that for me is 2 and -6, right? Because 2 minus 6 will get me -4, and 2 times -6 will get me -12. So therefore, my factored form is x plus 2 and then x minus 6 equals 0. So remember, to solve this further, we're going to have to set these to 0 separately. So I'm going to have x plus 2 equals 0. I'm going to subtract 2. And I'm going to get x equals -2. Now, can I have a side length of -2? No, I can, because we're on real world examples. So this actually won't work. So let's see if I can do this with x minus 6 equals 0. Well, I'm going to add 6 on each side. So I'm going to have x equals 6. And that definitely works. Okay, so that means that my x right here now is 6. So this would be 6. And then 6 plus 2 would be 8. And 6 plus 4 would be 10. Which then I can go ahead and answer the question for this of the side lengths of the following triangle, which are also called my legs. So it'd be 6, 8, and my hypotenuse would be 10.